Hello, this is Nick from Prestman Auto doing a video walkthrough of our 2020 Chevy Traverse. So we're going to be a little bit thorough on this one. We're going to go all the way around. We're going to check for any dents, scratches, any kind of blemishes on the outside. Then we're going to go inside, go over some of the features, make sure everything's working properly. And then finally, we'll pop the hood so we can evaluate just a little bit in the engine bay, just for good measure. So first impressions are actually really freaking good. So, up here it's a 2020, so you expect to see a little bit of rock chipping up here in the front, but nothing too major, nothing super wild. And then if you look at the light, it hits it just the right way. You can see there's a very slight indentation right there. I don't know if it's going to show up on the video. It's kind of hard to see, but very slight dent right there. But starting off, I mean, definitely nothing major. Driving down the road, you wouldn't notice a thing. So let's start going around. If there is anything else that I do see, I'll be sure to stop, zoom in, make sure you get a good visual so you know absolutely everything going on. So tires on this one are in great condition. You have loads of life left in those, so that's awesome. You got a little bit of wear and tear on some of the seams up in here, so kind of to be expected from a 2020, but again, nothing too crazy. Nice, you have the hitch back there with everything on it and all. Let's see if we can pop the trunk. We're gonna be a little bit careful on this one. We made the cut. All right, that was very close, but we're good. All right, oh nice. So you have the WeatherTech floor mats in here. You got that's awesome. Down here you got a little extra space as well as your net. And then up in here you have all your seats, which can go down as well. Very cool. Let's close it up with the button up here this time. That was very close. I'm glad it made it. I gotta say, I really like the red on the Traverse. Cause like, I don't know, red's okay on some cars, but on others it's like really cool. And this one is one I would label as really cool. I very much enjoy it on the Traverse. I think it looks super cool. All right, well, as far as the exterior goes, oh, you got one more spot right in here. As far as the exterior goes, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. So definitely nothing major, nothing super crazy. A couple smaller things here and there, but not bad at all. So let's hop inside and see what we can find on the interior. All right, so first things first, we're gonna turn the car on, but when we do, I'm gonna leave the camera up here on the dash. That way, if there's any kind of warning lights or anything weird popping up, you'll be the first to know. So let's check it out. All right, so we got one warning light, which is my seatbelt, which is, correct. I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Other than that, everything up here looks super solid. So let's cycle through a couple things real quick, just for good measure. Awesome. Cool. So everything up here looks super solid. As far as interior features go, you have a lot of them. So I'm gonna go a little bit fast just for the sake of time, so this video isn't like 40 minutes long. But up here, you're going to have your heated seats, which are always a pleasure. Those will always be fun. You're also going to have some basic controls. You have your cruise control up here, and then just like headlights and whatever. Over here is you have your, obviously windows roll down. So that's pretty straightforward, but you're also going to have your blind spot monitor in the mirror right there. I don't know if you can see it, but that'll light up when someone's in your blind spot. Let's make sure your mirrors are working good. Wiggle them around a little bit. Just make sure they're working. Perfect. Up in here is where you're gonna have most of your fun stuff. So this is going to be your infotainment screen. You have your Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you can connect your phone. Let's check the audio real quick. Oh, it's connected on Bluetooth. Let's go to radio. Wow, you actually have a really good speaker system. That's awesome. So AC is blowing, and Sick. Yes, okay, so it does blow cold. So you always got to double check. And then one thing super fun on the Traverses here, which this is not even like that important, but it's just really cool. I like it. I kind of fanboy about it sometimes. So this whole screen, this whole setup is awesome. But if you click the button right here, it all moves up, which is so cool. It's not even like, it doesn't even matter, but it's just really cool. I think that's so much fun. So it's also helpful if you have kids, you can keep things in here. That way they don't, you know, eat all of your snacks. But down here, you're gonna have, you have your snow mode and then just road mode. You have your electronic parking brake, plug-ins and whatnot, so pretty straightforward. As far as the interior condition goes, it's really good. I'm not seeing any rips, any dents, any tears, any stains, any discoloration, really anything. Like, it looks fantastic. So I'm very impressed there. But we can go over features all day, but for the sake of time, we'll probably call that there. Let's pop the hood in the engine bay. We'll check that out real quick, and then that should be good for this video. So while we're out here, here's a quick look around some of our lots. This is maybe, I don't know, like 30% of our cars. So we got more over on the other side of the building over there, on that over by that building over there, and then way down that way we bought up a bunch of extra land. Sorry, Pat's Barbecue, but we're using your land. So we sell more cars here than any independent dealer in the state. We've been around for 33 years now, which isn't like super important to know, but I feel like when you're buying from out of state, it's nice to know a little bit about who you're working with. So as far as under the hood goes, I don't know how mechanically inclined you are or aren't, but regardless of how much you know about vehicles, you should always look under the hood of any vehicle you're looking to buy. The reason being, even if you don't know anything under here, you at least know what neglect looks like. So if you've got acid buildup all around the battery, if all your metal pieces are like brown and covered in rust, and you got like spider webs and junk all over everything, then, you know, I'd probably ask some more questions at that point. That being said, this looks great, actually. Very nice. I'm not seeing any rust in anything. There's really not a whole lot of dust on it either, so good stuff. If you are mechanically inclined, we can go into a little bit more detail, but we'll keep this video pretty user-friendly for now. Suffice to say, when you pop the hood of an engine bay, this is exactly what you want to see. So if you have any other questions or there's something that I missed you'd like to see, just let me know. I'm happy to show you anything on here. But for now, this is your new Traverse.